Hey guys, so I have my November favourites to share with you. I have quite a few different favourites to share with you. I'm not going to talk about skincare or anything today, it's just going to be makeup, and it's quite a few different things. I sort of resigned myself to the fact that I'm not going to be able to finish the items in my Project Uses app, and I decided to just, you know, dive into my stash and play with whatever I wanted, and that's what I did, and I've got a lot of stuff to share with you. Starting with foundation, the Smashbox Studio Skin Foundation. Love this stuff. I loved it. I was so happy to be reunited with it that I actually went and picked up the lighter shade so that I can use it when I'm at my palest, which is slightly paler than this guy and a bit more pink toned, because whilst this matches on camera in person, it's a touch dark. This is in the shade 1.1. I think I said it was 1.0 at some point, but it's actually 1.1, but you can get 0.5, which is lighter, and I said pinker. And this is a gorgeous, lightweight, full coverage foundation. It's kind of like Estee Lauder Double Wear, but a lot thinner, kind of like a bit like the Facefinity, that sort of realm of foundation. I absolutely love this stuff. And it is super long wearing. Like, I could put that stuff on and I'll still be wearing it tomorrow morning. Like, it's really strong stuff. The other two foundations I have been loving are the Estee Lauder Invisible Fluid and the Stay Perfect Super Light foundation from number 7. Yes, these are pretty much the same sort of style of foundations, the ones that you have to shake up and they've got a little ball and they're like super fluidy. I wasn't so sure about them. I didn't think they did anything because, like, the texture is so thin, it is like there's nothing on your skin, but it's like your skin is flawless. That it's like you're not wearing any makeup and you've just perfected your entire face. I've come to appreciate this formulation of foundation. I started off with using this guy, and I was like, well, I have this one, so I might as well use it. And I've just been dotting back and forth between these guys and using the Smashbox. I've used a couple of other foundations throughout November, but these ones have been my favourite. I have quite a few highlight favourites this month. First of all is a liquid illuminator, and this is the number 7 Skin Illuminator in Nude. And I've been using this to, I don't really like it mixed in with my foundation, but I use it like the dot on my high points of my cheeks. I don't have it on today though, which is a bit counterproductive, but you know, whatever. I have been really enjoying this stuff. I will quickly give you guys a little swatch of it. You can use this as a primer. I haven't done it yet, but it's just a really nice, like, lotiony, has a really nice reflect to it. Apologies for the state of my hand. I've been doing like swatches for the last couple of days and it's stained my skin. For actual powder highlights, I've been really enjoying the Laura Geller Baked Gelato Swirl Illuminator in Gilded Honey. This is the one I have on today. When I hauled this, I was a little scared of it because of the swatch, and when I see other people use it, it looks like it comes off like this, and it really doesn't. Like, as you can see, this isn't like blinding see it from space highlight. It's a lot more diffused. You can get a really natural effect out of this highlight powder, and it's really long wearing as well. I'm not entirely sure if the baked part has anything to do with that, but it is just a really, like, not, well, I'm not going to say like a natural, but it's definitely very wearable, and once you buff it into the skin, it's beautiful and it lasts all day. The last highlight I want to talk about is the Jaclyn Hill from Becca, the Champagne Pop. I finally started using this guy, finally. It's a bit like the Gilded Honey, but it's a bit more of a rose gold to it. It is beautiful, and this actually has a bit more kick to it than the Laura Geller one. for some reason. I kind of thought that the Laura Geller one would be a bit more papal, but this one definitely has a bit more kick to it. You know, I'm just putting highlight on top of highlight now. But I've been super enjoying those guys. For bronzer, I have a favourite, and this is the Terra India from Guerlain. It is gorgeous. I don't have any highlight on today though, but you can see I've started to like wear down the pattern. I've been using this that much. It's a gorgeous, it's a light colour of bronzer that you can easily get away with in the winter. The shimmer could be off-putting to a lot of people, but it just gives it a nice sort of satin effect. It's not glittery. It looks like it's gonna be, but trust me, it's not. And once it's blended into the skin, it just gives it a little bit of a warmth to stop you looking so dull and dead in the winter, which is why I love it. I loved it so much that I ended up going to look for one of the regular terracotta bronzers in a similar colour. It's matte, but it doesn't have the shimmer, but you know, I have shimmering bronzers I could add if I wanted to. But yeah, so super loving Terra India. As far as blush goes, I have 3 favourites to share with you. One of which, I have some good news for people who were looking for a raisin dupe. This is NYX Raisin. This is NARS Sin. I thought I didn't have anything remotely similar to this, because whenever I look at it, I keep seeing how brown it is rather than how purple it is, and either the things I'm looking at, the things I'm comparing it to, are way too warm toned or they're way too pink. But NARS Sin is like the dupe, pretty much. Like, this is as close as I can get to it. Which one's which? Oh dear. That's as close as I can get to it. That's NARS Sin and that is Raisin, but on the skin they look really similar. I think Raisin is just, it's matte and a bit more pigmented, and the Sin is just a tad more purple, or like more like more lilac-y to it. But on the skin they are beautiful together, and I've really been enjoying Sin a lot more than Raisin, so I'm kind of at a crossroads here. I'm not sure what to do. I busted out a couple of my Estee Lauder blushes. At the moment I'm wearing Sensuous Rose, which is this one here, and I've hit pan on it today. Awesome. And then we have Poppy Passion, which looks really scary. Looks really scary, and I rediscovered this when I was using it on Nick's sister for Halloween. I wanted something bold to go with her makeup because she was going as Poison Ivy, and this was perfect. If you're looking for a proper like autumnal winter in from the cold little rosy cheeked blush, this is the one to go for. I'm not entirely sure if it's still available, because I know Estee Lauder have redone their Pure colour and called it Colour Envy, and they've gotten rid of some shades and redone the packaging and stuff, so not everything that used to be available still is. But if you can get hold of Poppy Passion, you won't regret it, and you'll still be using it in like 20 years time, because you use so little of it. You literally just have to tap your brush into it and blend and buff it out. For eyes, I only have one favourite because other things are too new to put in a favourite, and that is the Naked palette. I know, guys, I know. I haven't spoken about the Naked palette in a very long time. I was trying to pan it, but I discovered that using it frequently, the fallout of the glitter was getting into my eyes and causing irritation. Here it is, in case you wanted to look-see. I was doing my makeup one day and I wanted an extra pop of gold, and this was the closest thing to me, so I was like, you know what, I'll put on Half Baked, and realised how much I love these shadows. And the next day I decided to use them to make an eye look, and I was like, these aren't as pigmented as they used to be. They're blending away into like a shimmery mess. And then I decided to clean them, give them a spray with alcohol, wipe them down a bit, and brought the pigment right back. These are amazing, amazing shadows. I've been delving right into Naked quite a lot, using a lot of Buck, especially using Half Baked so much. Virgin I've been using as an inner corner highlight. I've been using a little bit of Dark Horse, so I'm starting to get a bit more of a dip in there as well. I don't know if I would consider trying to pan this again. I'm not entirely sure, but I will definitely be keeping this out and in my eye line so that I can dip into it whenever I choose. I think I went almost well over 6 months without using this guy. It's been a long time. And lastly, we have lip products, and all of these are very new. First of all, we have 2 lip liners. Both of them are from Estee Lauder. The first one is Rose, which I love so, so much. I'm gonna have to sharpen it. There is Rose. And then we have Spice, which I have sharpened, which goes to show how much I've used it. So there's Rose and there is Spice, and these are just gorgeous. Well, I picked these ones because these are the ones I've most reached for, but just the range in general is gorgeous colours. It's an amazing consistency. These are very long wearing pencils and they go with almost everything. So they were good buys. They were very good buys, and I'm so happy to have them. And then we have the lipsticks. This is Intense Nude from Estee Lauder. This is their Color Envy. There is a swatch of it there. I have it on at the moment, but it's over a stain, so it looks very pink. But there is Intense Nude. We have Monogamous from Smashbox, which I have been using a crap ton. Whenever I put on a nude lip, like I wouldn't use this by itself exactly, but whenever I put on a nude lip, I just dot some of this in there, and sometimes I'll use more, sometimes I'll use less, but it just gives it a bit more of a pouty look. I love it. It would go nice with Intense Nude. So yeah, loving Monogamous. I'll do the last nude. This is Classic Matte. I say nude, it's not really a nude, it's more of like a rose shade, and it is amazing. It's a very natural rose shade, a sort of colour that your lips could go. It's kind of like a very matte version of Intense Nude, maybe a bit rosier, but I love this shade and I've worn it quite a lot. It's very, very long wearing, and it's really classic, as the name would suggest, but it is very classic. It's very classy. I think a lot of people could get a lot of use out of this one. And lastly is one from YSL. This is the shade 004 in the Rouge Pure Couture range, and this actually looks a lot darker in the tube than it is. Like, it looks like it's going to be very bold and dramatic, and it's actually not. It's a very soft kind of mid-tone red, kind of like a Hollywood red. It's very classy, like a daytime red. It's a really nice daytime red. I think a lot of people could pull this off. If you're scared of wearing red, you could also use this as like a stain. I'm tempted to put it on, but no, I will abstain. I don't know why I'm playing my lips, but it kind of is this colour when it goes on when you use it as a stain. This is like, as I say, it's Intense Nude over a stain because I was using ColourPop lip, liquid lips, and it really stained my lips, so yeah. But it kind of goes a similar colour to this. So yeah, those were my standout makeup products for November. I think this video was a lot shorter than I thought it was going to be. I thought I was going to be gushing a lot more, but yeah, short and sweet if it is. I'd included skincare, it probably would have been a lot longer, but with skincare and stuff, like, I'm really enjoying a lot of things, but not enough to want to put them in my favourites just yet. So maybe when I do my favourites at the end of January, because I won't be here to do one in December, maybe when I do one in January, there will be a lot of skincare. I do, however, have an honourable mention. The Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. This is amazing. This is amazing. I've only had it for like a week or so, and I've been using it pretty much constantly. So, but I got it in December. What? No, what did I? I've had it for like 2 weeks, but I've only been using it for about a week. I've only been using it in December, but it's amazing, and I would really recommend it. I've had my eye on it since I first saw it on YouTube, and now that Kat Von D is available in Debenhams, it's, oh, restrain myself. That's what's happening here. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Share your favorites for me in the comments below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.